having steamed clams.
Oh, no, I said steamed hams. That's what I call hamburgers.
You call hamburgers steamed hams?
Yes, it's a regional dialect.
What region?
Upstate New York.
Really? Well, I'm from Utica, and I've never heard anyone use the phrase steamed hams.
Oh, no, not from Utica, no. It's an Albany expression.
I see. You know, these hamburgers are quite similar to the ones they have at Krusty Burger.
Oh, no, Pat, Cinnabur's old family recipe.
For steamed hams?
Yes.
Yes. And you call them steamed hams despite the fact that they are obviously grilled.
Yeah. You know that... One thing I should... Excuse me for a second.
Of course.
Oh, well, that was wonderful. Good time to stop by. Oh, I'm pooped.
Yes. Well, I should be... Oh, good Lord, what's happening in there?
Aurora Borealis?
Aurora Borealis at this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen.
Yes.
May I see it?
No.
Sitting there with these crazy explanations, the superintendent's gonna need his medication. When he hears Skinner's lame exaggerations, there'll be trouble in town tonight.
Seymour! What a interesting intro that we just did there.
Seymour, the house is on fire. How dare you cough?
Steamed hams, but every time Skinner lies, he descends 7% more into the netherworld.
For anyone that doesn't know, Ian had no idea this was a meme.
No, I was not aware that steamed hams was a...
It's a big meme. If you go on Emperor Lemon's thing, like the past 3 videos are all just steamed hams. And then there's another YouTube trend that I never heard of, which was Always Sunny, based on the Always Sunny in Philadelphia show. And it was Always Sunny and steamed hams.
Oh no.
And with Always Sunny in Philadelphia, it's like, a character will say something, then that'll be the episode title. And pretty much so Skinner goes up to the door, goes up and is like, maybe I can disguise fast food as my own food. And then it pops episode title, Skinner decides fast food is his own food.
Oh, okay.
As the thing goes. Well,
welcome to the IT department.
Welcome to the IT department. Episode? So?
Did we forget the number? We should be in episode 8 right now.
I think so.
Yeah. Maintenance first, right?
Do you have anything for
I remember how to do this?
Do we have anything for maintenance?
I do, yes. There was a couple things I want to get out of the way. For those that are following the channel, you've noticed that all of our previous podcast episodes have been put into a season.
Yes.
Like season 1, okay?
Yes.
So that's what we're thinking about doing. It's not necessarily, that was like 7 episodes of the podcast in season 1. We won't do like specifically 7 per season, but it will be like a set number.
Yeah. We'll eventually decide on that.
We'll get to that number, but we just decided, it's like a common thing among like first seasons for programs, we'll call it, that it tends to be shorter.
Yeah, it's shorter. Like Seinfeld had only 9 episodes in his first season. Yeah.
So stuff like that. That was a suggestion from my friend Cameron to do this podcast instead of in seasons instead of so one day we end up like 100 episodes and like with no really good way to categorize it. So that was a good idea. Thank
you, Cameron. You're the best.
And one more thing.
Comment.
One more thing regarding our Hearts of Iron 4 video. Our little IT department plays thing. That will not be a
super regular
thing. We are not turning into a gaming channel.
Maybe that should be, so if we're going to cut off seasons, maybe that should be where, like, once the season ends, we'll do a gaming video, and then this new season will start the next one.
I like that. Because, I wanted to clarify that we're not a gaming channel. This is a podcast, but, for like something like that or like special occasions or something, we'll play a game.
Maybe we'll do a live stream if we ever figure out how to do that.
I just wanted to make it clear to those who are viewers of the podcast that we are still a podcast. And that one gaming video was not like a sign that we are now a gaming channel.
Yeah, no, it's not. Oh, I figured out something I can do for maintenance.
Did you now?
I shaved my head off.
If only you could see, ladies and gentlemen, his shaved head.
Well, you see, before then, I was the great man. I looked like the great man himself, Bob Ross. And now I look like Tim. I don't know. Not Tim.
I'm not sure who you look like now.
I don't know.
I'd say you were close to Bob Ross. You didn't quite have the amount of volume that Bob Ross had.
I would say right now, if I looked like anything, I look like a poor man's Ewan McGregor. If I remove the glasses.
Yeah, it looks a little like...
A poor man's...
Yeah, if he takes off his glasses, a poor man's, like, episode 1, Ewan McGregor with the goatee.
Well, you know something? Well, you're right about one thing, Master. Negotiations will show.
Shows your hair. Shows your hair, everyone.
I can't. My brother wants to grow the Padawan thing. Because all his friends are doing
Padawan thing?
the little Padawan hair.
Oh, the Padawan braid?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not sure.
So his friends are doing that?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a middle school thing, I guess.
I guess we missed out on that Star Wars thing when
Yeah.
we were little. Because I knew about it, but like it was never really a...
Yeah, it was
Public
never
thing.
really something I wanted to do.
Yeah.
All right, should we move on to a different department?
Yeah, I think, that takes
I
care
do
of
want to
maintenance.
introduce another department in here at some time,
Ooh.
but I will leave that for later. But for right now, let's go to research and development.
If you were able to hear that little
it picks up.
pathetic drum roll.
Research and development. There we go.
I have no rhythm.
R&D. All right.
Yeah,
I want to go first.
that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, recently, news came out about 2 months ago that Funko, the guys that make the pop figures, had got the license to make Jurassic World pops, and they would also do Jurassic Park pops.
Yes.
And yesterday, they released a promotional image for 8 of them, and we saw them, and they're Velociraptor, the Dilophosaurus. The Dilophosaurus has a chase, so the chase is every 1 in 6 will have its 5 out of 6 will have its frill up, 1 out of 6 will have its frill down.
Ah.
And
Yeah. Okay.
and so that's like the news. Raptor, Dilophosaurus, Ian Malcolm, Alan Grant, John Hammond, Dennis Nedry, Ellie in a Jeep, and Tyrannosaurus Rex. But you know what else I found out, Ian?
What's
There are
that?
2 more pop figures
2 more.
that are exclusive. One's exclusive to Target, one's exclusive to a buying site.
Uh-huh.
The one exclusive to the buying site online is a bundle. It comes with Dilophosaurus and Dennis Nedry, but with a spit all over his face.
Nice.
And the Target exclusive one
yeah.
is the one that we both might need. Is Ian Malcolm laying down
Shirt open.
with his shirt open, no glasses, laying down with his shirt open, and so you have the normal Ian Malcolm one that's called named Ian Malcolm, but the Target exclusive one is called Dr. Ian Malcolm.
Oh shoot! I think you and me will have to drive to Casper because they have a Target in their mall.
or we could probably order off online
It's true.
on Target.com.
Online Casper. Well, to give you a bit of thing, because Tim told me about this earlier, last night actually.
Last night.
You texted me about this last night.
Yeah.
And then we talked about it a little bit today, briefly. But I had told him yesterday. I had told Tim yesterday in the text conversation. It was just like, it's like we need to get Ian Malcolm. Now, of course, I still owe Tim $8 for the pizza.
The pizza money. The elusive
So
pizza money.
what he said to me was like, if you buy me the Ian Malcolm pop figure, I will no longer owe the pizza money, which is a fair deal. But then the goal here is though that we both get at least one Ian Malcolm figure.
Yeah.
Priority Dr. Ian Malcolm figure because
It might be
what did I say to you? Goldblum is daddy.
Goldblum is daddy.
And that wasn't me. That came from a different video
Sure, Jan.
that I found like during the Thor Ragnarok press thing, and Jeff Goldblum was reading tweets or something like that. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, I did find out the release date though. March.
Okay, it's not too far away.
Yeah, not too far
That's
away.
good.
They're coming out before the new Jurassic World movie comes out.
Makes
so
sense.
That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
All right, Ian.
One thing, sorry, 2 things I have for R&D, but this first one here is a little Justice League news. We don't talk a lot about Justice League on the podcast because we don't feel there's a lot to talk about.
That is not.
The Justice League Blu-ray will be released soon. And it says, and this is a little thing I found, Justice League Blu-ray will feature the return of Superman, but no other deleted or extended scenes.
Ripe.
Just to further point out how much of a mess this movie was.
Oh, yeah. The movie was a horrid mess from everyone I heard. The only person I heard liked it was Clayton, and he said that he also didn't know anything about DC Comics.
That helps.
He also said his girlfriend, who knew a little bit more than him, or at least knew enough to know that didn't follow any comic book stuff, and it was a horrid mess, she said. And so...
And she liked Suicide Squad, my understanding is.
Yeah.
So...
If
Geez, this is gonna sound so much like a slight. I'm sorry ahead of time. But if you like Suicide Squad and also don't like Justice League, that should be pointed out to you. How much Justice League is not good.
Yeah. There's a reviewer who on the internet. He has a perspective where everything that's good is bad, and everything that's bad is good.
Yeah.
But when he reviewed Suicide Squad, he gave that a bad review.
Oh dear! Oh no!
So the guy was it was I Hate Everything, and he did a search for the worst. Where he's talked about the Room in that list. He's talking about Exorcist Shark, which is like a religious movie with like Saint Shark. It's horrible.
Interesting.
But he said, and the Emoji Movie was on that list as well. I've seen like an hour or 45 minutes of the Emoji Movie. I have siblings, and they got it from the library. So if you want me to talk about that, I can.
Nope.
But he's But he put that on his list of some of the worst movies he's ever seen.
Yeah.
He also, after seeing Batman vs Superman, made a whole video dedicated to why he hated superhero movies, because he said Batman vs Superman ruined it for him.
Ooh, that's really unfortunate because there is good superhero movies out there.
Yeah.
Of course, primarily from Marvel. Now, this is not to say that Marvel is perfect.
It's not.
I've personally said this before in like our Thor Ragnarok episode, where like Phase 2 was like the one that struggled the most, because
Iron Man 3.
they hadn't entirely figured out how to do a good sequel yet.
What was Phase 2? Pull it up. I want to see what Phase 2.
Well, Phase 2 was Iron Man 3. And then Thor: The Dark World.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Maybe it was the other way around, but I think Iron Man 3 came first.
Probably.
Followed by...
Was it Winter Soldier? Because Winter Soldier was good.
No, Winter Soldier was the last one in Phase 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah. Probably.
And then Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Yeah. Brief pause there, because... Okie doke.
I'm going to read this note. You keep talking.
It's not that much important there.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Mystery note will remain a mystery.
Because I was asked if I could join the family for something. But Tim, I'm not abandoning you again.
Not again.
I have to stop I have to stop saying I'm going to leave in the middle of the podcast.
I blame Cameron.
I'm going to stay.
I blame Cameron.
But you probably shouldn't blame Cameron, because...
I'm sorry, Cameron.
But anyway, yeah. This is bad.
You pull up Phase 2 movies.
Yeah, I'm not really even remembering that well. I kind of feel ashamed now.
Marvel Phase 2.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wasn't so far off. No. Iron Man 3. Yeah, it was a short phase. Iron Man 3, Thor: The Dark World, Guardians of the Galaxy, then Winter Soldier, then Age of Ultron. Now the way an easy way to remember the order of these is their post-credit scene. Post-credit scene sets up the next movie, so you just do that.
See, I've never seen Iron Man 3 fully. I've heard it isn't worth it. So
Oh, sorry. Ant-Man was Phase 2 as well. Technically speaking, yeah. Because it came after Age of Ultron, but Civil War was intended to be the start of Phase 3, not Ant-Man.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's how that worked. And I think the reason, because I noticed your reaction when you said like, oh, that's a short phase.
Yeah.
Is because Phase 3 is long.
Pull up Phase 3.
Yeah.
I want to see Phase 3.
This is what we're looking at. I think this is an older one.
Yeah, it is an older one.
This is an older one. I'm not sure where it is, where we're sitting at currently for that.
Because Inhumans isn't even a movie anymore. Yeah, we really didn't list that Inhumans.
Okay, so let's run through this. It's Captain America: Civil War,
Doctor Strange,
right? Doctor Strange,
Thor Ragnarok,
Spider-Man: Homecoming. Okay, and now Black Panther very soon, but more on that later.
But then there's Guardians of the Galaxy
Volume 2, yeah. How do I keep forgetting that? I watched that movie 5 times in the theater and loved it each time. How do I keep forgetting that? 5 times?
More times than I watched Last Jedi. I watched that movie 3 times.
It is... Ooh. Let's not break anything. It is... when I thought about it, like when I'd gone to see it 5 times... Well, not by myself. I went with groups of people at each time because I was invited. But... It is like the most times I've watched a movie in a theater, and I keep forgetting it. Probably because I always just end up merging Guardians movies together.
No, probably.
Which is not, to say something bad about Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, they're unique in their own right as sequels. But moving on, we talked about Marvel for a little bit. Sidetrack.
All right. So speaking of going off back to our origin of our sidetrack, the mess of the DC. So they're making a Flash movie. They might be bringing the guys that did Winter Soldier to be the writers. But but you know what?
The guys that did Infinity War and Civil War to be the writers.
Yeah. So you know what they might be doing with this movie as the main focal point of it? They might be doing Flashpoint.
Ooh.
Which, if you don't know what Flashpoint is, that means another reboot for the DC universe. Flash basically goes back in time, from my understanding, tries to save his mama, comes back, then finds out he's messed up the whole timeline greatly, runs back in time with my great hand movements. He stops himself.
It's a good visual, yes.
He stops himself from saving his mother. He runs back and finds out it's still messed up, and he can't do anything about it.
Oh.
It's stuff like in the Arrowverse, where one character had a daughter, now they have a son. One character had a brother who lived, but now they're dead. One person that didn't have powers now has powers.
Oh my!
And then there's like stuff like there's this whole alchemy guy in the Arrow in season 3 of Flash, which is the only season. I'm only like season 7 of that show, so no one spoil. But
episode 7, you mean?
Episode 7.
You said season 7.
I'm only on season 7.
I'm only on season 7 of season 3.
I'm only on season 7 of episode 3.
Yeah. Oh wait.
Yeah. And so there's the alchemy guy who shows up, and there's like Draco Malfoy or the ape handler dude from Rise and everything. And that's kind of that.
Okay.
So yeah, do you want to talk? You have any more stuff? Because I have 2 more things.
Yeah, the Golden Globes thing.
Oh yeah.
If you watch the Golden Globes, really the highlight of the Golden Globes was the moment the stuff that the internet likes to talk about, and I personally found funny. So James Franco was nominated Best Actor in a Comedy or Musical for Disaster Artist. Okay, Hugh Jackman was nominated for Best Actor in Comedy or Musical in
Greatest Showman.
Greatest Showman,
which I haven't seen. I've heard good things, but kind of looked bland.
What's that?
It kind of looked bland as a movie. The trailers made it look bland, but everyone that's seen it, like.
Yeah, I was very much interested in seeing it. I haven't seen it yet, but I would like to. I think it'd be a good movie to enjoy. But anyway. James Franco had won that award. And I just told you about this a few minutes ago. There's a brief, 2-second camera shot of Hugh Jackman at his table while James Franco is giving his acceptance speech. And it's just like this look of, it's like, really? How? Huh? You can look up the image online. There's high chances are high you've probably already seen it. It's like Hugh Jackman Golden Globes 2018, and you will see that disgusted face that he's making. And then there's the thing that James Franco invited Tommy Wiseau on stage except they had a bro hug. Tommy Wiseau was going to say something to the mic, and James Franco was like, "Oh no," because yeah. He's like, he probably messed it up. But of course, he had the long hair and the sunglasses, Tommy Wiseau. Yeah, because that's always good. What he has. It's the look. But anyway, the other thing, my last thing for R&D to talk about is Ewan McGregor at the Golden Globes. Yes, he won his award for his, I think, a really great performance in Fargo, in the recent season of Fargo. I haven't watched the entire season from what I did see of that season. I think it was season 3, that's my understanding. Season 7. episode 3. but from what I did see of that season of Ewan McGregor, he did some good stuff because he played like two twin brothers.
Oh.
Back and forth, and they each had their own like unique looks, and it was a very good series, and that's what he got the award for. But anyway, he won the award. And what character did he look like, Tim, at the Golden Globes?
Well, I've seen all the memes when he goes up to the stage and he gets to the microphone and he says into the microphone, the first thing he says is, "Hello there." Mm-hmm. So he looks at the character that says that. Yep.
He was looking very Kenobi, like episode 3 Obi-Wan Kenobi at the moment. And then, there was, of course, that Twitter picture, right?
Yeah.
Someone posted on Twitter, and he was exercising or something. And he was looking very... Preparation for Kenobi movie, please.
But you see, Disney hasn't made a decision because
no, they haven't.
Filming doesn't take place till 2019.
True.
So they don't have a major decision, but they also don't have to pick Ewan McGregor, who could perfectly fit the age that between Ewan McGregor and Alec Guinness.
Duh. Anyway, yeah, that's what I got for R&D.
All right, yeah. I got 2 more things. So Ian, did you know about the greatest show ever was ending? It's ending now.
What?
It had a trailer showing its mid-season trailer showing the finale and such. You know what show this is?
Nope.
Star Wars Rebels.
Oh, they're ending it.
Yep. They're season 4.
Oh, is that what I saw when I was scrolling through stuff? Okay, I should have read the title.
Rebels is ending, and it kind of blew up today because there was a certain iconic villain that was in the trailer that hasn't already been in the series much. And can you guess who it is?
So Darth Maul be dead.
Darth Maul's dead.
Okay.
Darth Vader's already been in there a lot. So
yeah, he's the longer the series has gone on, the more frequently Vader has appeared.
Thrawn's been in the series quite a bit, even though he's incompetent.
Okay, so it's an iconic Star Wars villain.
Yes.
Like prequels?
He was in the prequels and the original trilogy.
Can't be the Emperor. Is it the Emperor?
It's the Emperor, voiced by none other than Ian McDiarmid.
Yeah! Do it!
And so he's voiced by none other than that, and Ian McDiarmid is beautiful as always, even if he's saying the horrible rebels' names, Mm. And we did confirm today, I made sure to confirm, that the only people we know who survived Rebels is the pilot Green Lady, the Twi'lek, and the ship. Because the ship is seen in Rogue One.
Yeah, the ship is in Rogue One, right.
And it's confirmed by canon that she was fighting in the Battle of Endor.
Ah, okay. So that's really all we have to go on.
Yep.
Okay.
So we don't know if any of the other people survived, which honestly I could care less if they lived or not.
Okay.
I mean, there's the...
So what season is Rebels on right now?
Season 4. I watched the trailer just for the Emperor, and it was filled with a bunch of forest wolves and emo teenagers, and I'm like, nah, I'm done.
Oh, yeah.
There's no Ahsoka. I'm pretty sure they killed Ahsoka off.
Did they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, in the Maul episode, she fought Vader, and she...
Well, yeah, I knew. I just thought they would do something after that.
It kind of appeared she lived, but it also kind of didn't appear she lived. Because she, like, you kind of saw somebody going on death.
So, like, ambiguous kind of ending?
Like,
well, they could, like, throw in that kind of surprise, I guess.
Did you watch the Maul episode all the way, or just the Maul parts?
The Maul parts and the Darth Vader confrontation.
Yeah, because I remember, because Ahsoka doesn't know who... She thought Anakin died in the Purge.
Right.
And so when she's fighting Darth Vader, he thinks she's a Sith Lord, or he's a Sith Lord, just a random Sith Lord. Well, then she cuts up the mask and sees his eye, and he tots him.
Well, didn't well, there was already the moment, right? There was a moment earlier in the series where Ahsoka found out who Darth Vader was.
Yeah, she felt him in the Force. They were close in fighting in the ship, but she didn't want to believe.
She didn't want to believe. Okay, gotcha.
And then when she cuts up his mask and she sees his eye all yellow, and he speaks in the Anakin voice from the Clone Wars TV show, and like he like something about my Padawan is no more or something, and then she like freaks out and like dies quotation mark. I don't know if she's in or not.
Well, they could go for like another like mid-season surprise, like hey, she's back, and then that finally do like a death or something for her, like an official.
Also, do you think Maul's death is satisfying?
I liked it.
I think it was quite fitting.
I think it was.
Especially since he tried to use the same move.
I think it was a risk. building up that kind of confrontation, and then it ended that quickly. But at the same time, I admired it because I was just like, yeah, we could have another really cool looking lightsaber duel.
Yeah.
But you know how it would end anyway. Mm-hmm. And I think it was admirable how they ended. How when Darth Maul was basically dying in Obi-Wan's arms, when those two finally have peace with each other. In that moment of in a moment of understanding. Mm-hmm. I admired the way they did it. Yeah.
Yep. And then,
one thing, just a quick question. So Ian McDiarmid came back to voice the Emperor in Rebels.
Yep.
Okay. And he voiced him for quite a while in Star Wars: The Clone Wars, but not at the end.
Yeah.
Like in the last season, he did not voice Palpatine. And did we ever get a reason for that? I thought that he died for months, and then it's no, he's still alive. Why didn't he voice the?
He probably just has a busy schedule. He acts in the theater. He's a Shakespearean actor.
Yeah.
So he probably was on Broadway or something.
Or maybe just wanted to take a break from the character.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
He does though say he does not want. He kind of doesn't want anyone else to play the character.
I respect that. Yeah.
Like there was a rumor that Daisy Ridley didn't want to play Rey after the sequel trilogy. And I hope there isn't a trilogy after the sequel trilogy. The sequel trilogy has already been there's already been a straight line of almost no life in half the characters. The full thing. Kylo Ren got better in Last Jedi. So did Daisy Ridley, but Hut's kind of stayed the same. Rose brought it down a bid notch. And then,
it's like that one thing I shared with you earlier that on a different episode that. The way one person described it was, Force Awakens set up 3 new, heroes.
Yeah.
But The Last Jedi only knows what to do with one of them, and that's Rey.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it says it's kind of hard when J.J. Abrams is kind of because with the original trilogy, obviously George Lucas, even though he stepped back from the director's chair, obviously stayed close by. J.J. Abrams was just there oh, maybe you could do that occasionally. He was barely on set at all. He barely helped. And that's why I would think myself why Rian Johnson probably I don't know, the vision is here. And so it was kind of I can see why there's an unnatural thing between half the characters because he doesn't know because he wasn't given the original instructions. He doesn't have the original creator to help him with him.
And, he had never done a movie on that scale before.
Yeah.
Now, that's not to say that, directors who hadn't done movies that big before shouldn't, because Iron Man, the beginning of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Jon Favreau, had never done a movie that big before, and it's obviously, very successful.
Oh, yeah.
But, that being said, take risks that are worth it. But, just to clarify, I think Rian Johnson did a good enough job.
Yeah.
He didn't completely butcher it, which is comforting.
I liked the movie more than Ian does.
And I like Force Awakens more than you do.
Yeah, I don't like Force Awakens at all.
We have achieved a balance, ladies and gentlemen.
You bring balance to the Force.
So where are we right now?
I have one more thing.
No, on our time.
28 minutes.
Okay.
So we're on schedule for a normal podcast episode. That's great.
Yeah!
All right. So Nintendo made a big announcement this week. They hyped it up. They said, we're going to have a big announcement this week for kids and kids at heart. And a lot of people got hyped out. Have you seen this announcement?
I think I saw it. I can't remember what it's called. But
it's called
it was
Nintendo.
Trending.
Nintendo Labo. You know what it is?
Yeah. No.
It's a make it yourself sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Where you, of course, you build it and such, but it's made of cardboard with certain software in it. And with this cardboard, you can make. With a cardboard, you put the little JoyCon, which is the mini controllers, and you put the tablet somewhere. Mm-hmm. And with the cardboard, you can make a working piano.
What?
Yep. The cardboard, you put the Joy-Con in, you put the tablet in there, and the Joy-Con has NFC readers, and the cardboard has NFC reader technology that transmits it to the controller, which transmits it back to the console. So when you press one of the keys, it'll transmit, hey, this key's been pressed, to the Joy-Con, back to the tablet, and then the tablet will make the key sound.
Holy shoot.
And then you go, do, 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 do. And because it's cardboard, you can color the keys. And there's another one like a house, where you can play house games. And there's one that you make a fishing pole that you fish. You have
Holy crap, yeah.
And then there's one that is probably the best looking one that kind of has a VR headset. Mm-hmm. has your JoyCon connected to hands with like arms, and you go like this, and in the VR headset you control a giant robot punching its way through buildings. And you wear a backpack on your back that has like, tons of screens in it. There's a race car game. It's all made of cardboard.
Huh.
And the cardboard's safe for you to color on it, so for like kids, they'll build it, and then maybe they'll want to put stickers on it, and they'll put stickers all over their house, put the thing in, they'll play a video game.
Talk about innovation.
Yep.
Nintendo's always like ahead of the curve when it comes to that thing.
They did say, though, they don't really want to hop on that VR train.
I understand that, because it's a very, it can be a very...
They do have the perfect kind of setup thing, though. For
VR. But, you know, the VR scene is a very, I'll say, complicated one. Because there's stuff that is successful out there, but there's other stuff out there that's, you know, really unsuccessful for VR.
Argue real quick against Nintendo. They have the perfect thing for VR that, like, they have a better setup than the Vive. Because with the Switch, you put the SD card into your game SD card. You can put the thing up to your face. You have the two Joy-Con in your hand with the straps, and you can walk around freely with VR. You don't have cords or anything. You don't have to have cameras. It's just that. They have the perfect setup.
And the Vive's already a really great thing.
But it costs $500.
Yeah. And because, you know, I've used a Vive before. Cameron has a Vive.
Oh. Cameron, I want to use your Vive.
We'll have to organize another, like, party, and we'll do it. But it's an incredible machine, but yeah, you know, the cost and, you know, sort of the limitations that you have in the space, of course. But even then, it's a very incredible piece of technology.
But you know what article I saw for the Nintendo Labo?
What's that?
The one article from the Wall Street Journal or something said, the best thing about Nintendo Labo is it's not something you have to buy to play the games. It comes with its own games.
Sweet.
So it's not like, oh, you want to play your new Pokemon game that's coming to the Switch, you have to buy a bunch of cardboard with it. It comes in a cardboard box that you turn into a piano.
Here's your cardboard.
Here's your cardboard. All right. Oh, yeah, I have one more department I want to bring up. I want to institute one of the new departments, the Department of Sales. Do you remember we made this department?
Yes, we did, yeah.
The Department of Sales is basically, one of us bought something cool, we want to talk about it. I bought the Smuggler's Box by Funko, which is the Star Wars loot box that comes every month. And I bought it based on the pop figure. And the pop figure was Count Dooku. And they don't have any of the Count Dooku figures. He has his cape waving, has his curved lightsaber out. It's pretty cool. It's a Sith themed box. And I looked at I looked at
you showed me this, yes.
Yeah, I looked at the spoilers, and there's a little Darth Maul figure that comes with it. A t-shirt that shows Kylo Ren sitting in a seat looking at Darth Vader's mask, and he's like, "Show me the way."
Follow me, I know the way.
I'm Ugandan.
So no.
And then there's the Star Wars cup with Darth Vader on it. And then there's a little pin with Darth Vader on it, which I'll probably put in my tie, so you know.
Hey, nice.
All right.
And you're wearing a Boba Fett shirt too.
I am. All right. So I think that's good for sales. I might. It's not even here yet. I ordered it almost 10 days ago, and it's not here yet.
What did you order it from?
The Funko site, because that's the only place you can get it from.
Which is?
SmugglersBounty.com.
No, I mean, like, where are they located?
The USA, because they only ship to USA and Canada. You have to buy it from the European site.
Okay, yeah, it's got to be like West Coast or
Probably.
East Coast.
I checked the status and it says still preparing.
Like today?
It's been doing that since the box is closed.
Okay.
Because if you're a subscriber and you bought it, because the new theme is Endor, so if you want to subscribe right now and buy it, the Endor one, then you can the Endor one should be at your house by the day the box closes. But because I bought it 5 days before the box closes, I have to wait like 2 weeks.
Okay. All right.
Which is idiotic. But anyway, so that's sales, and so let's go into mandatory meeting, because, yeah.
I think this is, I don't know, maybe our first episode of Thor Ragnarok had I don't know, maybe because I think this is like the longest we've gotten in an episode without mandatory meeting, because usually we start mandatory meeting at like 20 minutes.
Not like 28 minutes. This is almost a 35-minute mark. This is as long as some of our past episodes. So, all right.
Well, at least it wasn't, we're back on course for our regular kind of 50 minutes to an hour.
Yep.
Of an episode.
Right, so our mandatory meeting is me, Ian, and Tim.
Why did you say 3 people?
Me, Ian, and Tim. So I am Cameron. Tim is over there.
Why are you now Cameron?
I don't know, because that's the first person that popped in my head.
Okay, no, it's just Tim and me. Okay,
Maybe we should have Cameron as a guest host.
we shall. Yeah, I mentioned that to him a few times.
Cameron, if you want to be a guest host, just tell me. Or Ian, because I don't know who you are. I don't know if I...
And we'll let you pick the topic.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
Less work for us.
Yeah. Ian has trouble picking it anyway, so...
Yeah, it's true.
I have trouble picking it anyway, so Cameron, help me.
Please.
Alright.
Anyway, yeah, mandatory meeting today is Black Panther.
Predictions.
Predictions, yeah, because, the movie's not out yet.
We didn't get a special screening, but... we have
No,
predictions.
we live in Wyoming. We don't get special screenings.
Oh, yeah. Alright, Ian, can I say something real quick that I don't really like about the Black Panther movie already?
You may.
I don't like the guy that plays Black Panther.
You don't like Chadwick Boseman?
He can't act as Black Panther. He was great in 42. He was great in his other movies, but as Black Panther, with the accent he's using, his voice sounds so monotone. He doesn't, like, when he smiles, it doesn't look genuine. He's like, the fake smile. And, like, I don't think that guy can act. It looks like he's reading off a script. Hi, Sean. This is how we record, Sean.
I see that.
He sees the sound. He sees the sound waves in the bars.
Sean, would you like to give your thoughts on Black Panther?
I haven't seen it yet, so...
No, like
We're making predictions.
You've seen any trailers or something? Like promotional images.
Go watch the trailer and come back.
Are you still recording it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It doesn't matter.
Tim, I could.
Guest host, Sean.
Alright.
Not really. I can't edit this out.
Who cares? Sean.
Jump cut.
Jump cut. Wait, no.
Yes.
I like Sean.
I'm the one that's editing the video, man.
I put this on the website though.
Oh, so maybe it was just like it's like the edited version on YouTube is like if you just want the raw audio footage.
If you want the raw audio footage.
audio footage.
Audio.
Audio footage.
You want the raw footage of us of our sound waves.
You want the raw sound bites.
All right, back to the topic. I don't think he can act as Black Panther. His voice is so monotone, he doesn't sound genuine. Every other actor's great. So, do you have any complaints about Black Panther yet?
No, not really. From the very first teaser, and so far the only teaser I've seen, because I make an obligation for movies I want to see to only watch the first teaser.
And then you had to watch the second Star Wars trailer, which was Thor.
Yeah, that's true. I ended up seeing the second Last Jedi trailer anyway when I went to see Thor Ragnarok.
And Ian cried.
But no. Well, I tried. I mean, like, for gosh sakes, when Rogue One came out, it's my favorite Star Wars movie. I've told you this before. I was very much anticipating it. I was willing to walk out of a theater if I knew that the Rogue One teaser was coming. That's how much I would say. But anyway, yeah, I watched the teaser, the first teaser.
I try to
And
watch...
no, I don't count teasers for teasers.
You don't count the 50-second Incredibles 2 thing?
No.
Alright.
Well, yeah, because that's not really a glimpse into the movie itself.
No, it's not.
So, yeah, but I just watched the teaser and then nothing else after that. Okay?
Alright,
So I watched the first teaser, and I think the part that I am going to enjoy the most, I think, because, like I said, I don't know, honestly, that much about the film, and I don't know that much about the character, in all honesty.
Is it Andy Serkis?
Yes.
I can tell you what his character's name is.
I knew he was in Age of Ultron, and he had, like, a little minor role in that. Yeah.
I have all the villains' names down.
You wrote it down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Andy Serkis is named Claw with a K.
Okay.
In the comics, he does get his arm cut off, and it's replaced with a robo arm that shoots lasers.
Well, I hope they don't take that route in the movie, because it's, What? Too late? Oh, they already did?
In the teaser image, they have him him shooting a laser out of his hand, but his hand isn't like a robot hand. It just splits open and shoots stuff out of between the pinkies.
So I guess that's kind of in between the pinkies. What do you mean? He has multiple pinkies?
Like in the promotion image,
I know
like,
what you meant.
He's like he's making this like constipated face, shooting it out of his hand that has his fingers split open.
That kind of reminds me of like augmentations in Deus Ex a little bit, like
Yeah.
cyberpunk stuff. But anyway,
Yeah.
well, you know what? Listen, yeah, and I'm looking forward to Andy Serkis movie because I'll watch anything with Andy Serkis.
How about his new Mowgli movie?
What's that?
Mowgli, the Jungle Book movie he's directing. He will play Baloo. Benedict Cumberbatch is Shere Khan. Kate Blanchett's the Snake. And Christian Bale's the Panther. It's all motion capture.
Didn't they already do a Jungle Book thing?
That was Disney. This is Warner Brothers.
Why are they?
It's public domain. They can do it.
I guess so.
This one's based more on the book, they said. The Disney one has nothing to do with the book besides the characters.
Oh, okay, but yeah, it's like Andy Serkis did phenomenal work.
Yeah.
As we've said many times in the past on Planet of the Apes with Caesar.
See.
So he's a very great actor.
Yeah,
So I'm looking forward to the villain that he plays. In
Alright,
this.
so there are 3 villains that are... One is sort of confirmed, the other 2 are confirmed by the trailers. There's Claw, who Andy Serkis plays. There's Eric Killmonger, the guy who dons the other Black Panther suit.
Yep,
And then there's...
I've seen the last name.
Then there's Manape.
Who?
Manape.
Mayonnaise, like mayonnaise.
Man-ape.
Manape.
Manape.
Okay, and
Those are the 3 villains.
Okay.
Manape is sort of not confirmed. The other 2 are confirmed. Because Eric Killmonger is the other guy with the Black Panther suit. So who do you think's going to be a bigger villain? Eric Killmonger or Claw?
well, I'm hoping it's Claw.
But do you want to run for future movies?
One like Andy Serkis around.
Yeah.
For future movies?
Because if he's the main villain, he's going to die, as this is like a Phase 1-ish movie.
That's true, I guess, but if we're going to do this prediction thing, I'd rather have Killmonger's character, be like that sort of red herring
Yeah.
for Claw, because would you count Andy Serkis's Golem as a villain? Or not really. It's
He's
just
kind of in between.
because Smeagol and Golem, like the 2 personalities.
Well, like in the Lord of the Rings, he splits between both sides.
Right.
He at first wants to kill Frodo because he has the ring, and then he befriends Frodo and is like, "I have friends now. I'm not addicted to the ring anymore." And then the power of the ring seduces him again.
Yeah.
In order to have him steal the ring and bring it to Sauron, or get killed by some orcs, and then he tries to lure Frodo in a trap, gets bamboozled by Sam. They go to the mountain, and then in his desperation, he bites off the finger of Frodo to get the ring, and then he falls into the volcano with the ring, and his last dying moments are him holding the ring, and he just as he burns and melts in the lava.
As he tries to pull a Terminator 2.
He can't.
I know.
They're really melted.
Oh well. Okay. Anyway, so but, like, has Andy Serkis ever been a villain? Like devoted, I am the villain character.
Not besides Snoke. So, but
Yeah.
besides Snoke, he hasn't been much.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. How? I hate
Doesn't-
myself right
He
now.
doesn't even sound like Snoke, and that's crazy because he doesn't sound like any of the characters he plays. Because you have Gotham, and then you have Caesar, and then you have Snoke.
Yeah, that points how good of an actor
Yeah,
that you can be. He's a very good performer.
like he's able to do different mannerisms.
Yeah, but I'm just hoping with Black Panther because having 3 villains is a risk.
well, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Manape will be like the one guy in Thor that has the machine guns named Dis and Troy.
Okay. So. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I'm hoping that, and because if you, I don't know, man. Because like I said, I haven't been paying very much attention to the movie, like enough attention to be like, hey, it's like I'm gonna go see this, and obviously, there's the thing that brief glimpses of Wakanda and whatnot in like the Infinity War teaser.
Yeah.
So, and of course that's not entirely like directly connected to Black Panther, but it will be more directly connected than any other Marvel movie.
The thing with the Black Panther being so close to Infinity War, and both trailers already being out, we already know T'Challa, or the Black Panther, is not going to die in this movie. Kind of erases all tension. unless they pull a different universe on us, which they could, but I don't want them.
No, let's not do that.
I don't want. Yeah, that'd be the worst place to pull in. Oh, this is an alternate.
Well, it is an interesting growth I think they can take because, well, it was a gamble, it was a risk that paid off, both for Spider-Man and Black Panther to introduce two new characters in Civil War in the middle of a conflict of well-established characters.
Yeah.
And it really worked in the end because
Vision was too well established.
Well, that was Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
So that was more on that side of things. But with Black Panther being established in Civil War, that was a risk because it was like, oh my gosh, how many characters this is going to be like freaking cluttered. But it really worked in the end. They were able to write it really well within the story, and they were able to achieve growth at the same time. With the whole that Winter Soldier is framed, so that T'Challa thinks that his father was murdered by Winter Soldier, so he goes on that revenge path, and then comes to find out for himself like, oh shoot, I've been tricked as well. That line was just like, revenge is consuming them. I'm done letting it consume me. Thing.
Yeah, like he did good acting in the Civil War, but given his own movie, he just can't. I'm sorry.
Then again, you have only seen teasers.
Yeah, I've probably seen more than you though.
It's not enough though, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand like once you see the movie, and then I see the movie, and then like maybe like I'll be able to understand a little more. But I think it might be something to do with I don't know because how much do you know of Black Panther?
Well, I know his claws.
That was a great sound. Never make it again.
I know you see, he's a king of Wakanda. Obviously Wakanda's like a super...
Well, what I meant by the question was, like, how well is he fitting the comic book source?
Let's see.
Obviously, I'm accounting for the fact that there is going to be differences to match the cinematic universe that they've created, but how much?
So far, he's fitting pretty well. Like,
okay,
he has the claws that are made of the vibranium or adamantium in the comics. Wakanda is a super highly advanced thing.
Yeah,
and Wakanda is also like full of terrorists. So
at the same time, well, actually, that's kind of
they're hidden off from the outside world, which is also how the comic books go.
Yes.
So
I did find that interesting as well. That one of the things that intrigued me as well was the world that had been created, the place of Wakanda.
Yeah.
Wakanda.
LaFonda.
Is a character from Napoleon Dynamite, right?
Chip and LaFonda.
Back on track here before we start talking about Napoleon Dynamite. Maybe one day that'll be an episode. But seeing like those technological advancements that they're making, and this representation and creation of a culture that even in the teaser that you see, that this like it is all basically another world that they're living in.
Probably was originally they were hidden by jungle, and then they're like, they're probably are they like super xenophobic? Maybe. I guess so.
I don't know how would you go about describing it.
I don't know. It says they're like don't want outsiders to come in because they want them like stealing their resources. And as we see in the teasers and like the cast, there's only like 2 white people in the whole movie.
Yeah,
and
it is a very black cast, and I actually like that.
Yeah, because it's like accurate to the times that they're on.
Yeah, because there's obviously especially in the few recent years the thing about whitewashing in movies, and some claims are legit, other ones are not so legit. If you watch one of the ones I remember is like The Great Wall with Matt Damon. Yeah, people were just like, oh no, whitewashing. But if you watch the movie, if you watch the movie, if you watch the movie, you know that Matt Damon's character is not Asian. Yeah, he's from another country.
But you see. The same thing would happen to
Excuse me.
Same thing would happen to our movies in like China, because it makes them more culturally appealing to have like an actor in the movie that is from a different place. Sure, it's not like correct to how it was made, but it's more appealing.
Yeah,
but Marvel's gone out of the way to be like, this is in Africa. So
and I do like it because a lot of the actors, one of the female actresses, Lupita.
Mhm.
I can't say her last name, but she was Maz Kanata in the Star Wars sequel trilogy, and she did like 12 Years a Slave, and she's also a very capable actress, and I like how Black Panther is bringing all these very talented, very capable black actors together for a movie like this.
Yeah.
And the director, I think, is another one of those young directors taking the helm of this.
Oh, yeah. Marvel's good at doing young
With
directors.
this kind of Marvel's very good at having it seen as like this guy has really good creative vision, and he was like we'll set the guidelines, and we can set the boundaries, but allow him to use that creative vision to create something that can be really good.
All right, so we're gonna move on from this topic real quick. I mean, it's a great topic.
Yeah.
We'd rather.
No, I finished up that right there anyway.
All right, so we have one Infinity Stone missing.
Mm-hmm.
Will the Soul Stone appear in Black Panther?
Because I had thought about this before, that Thor Ragnarok would be the movie that made the most sense to me to introduce that.
But also,
To
Wakanda is
introduce
entirely hidden off. From the world.
But that's the thing. But then I thought about it again after seeing Thor, and I realized that maybe introducing every single Infinity Stone in space, we can do something a little different here.
Yeah. I mean, they'd probably more likely be out in space.
It's true. And that's where the pro argument comes from. It's like it would make more sense, for them to be out in space instead of like just on Earth kind of deal. But I think it'd be interesting. Certainly, this world on another world of Wakanda.
Yeah.
To have this kind of soul stone.
Uh-huh.
And maybe not necessarily know what it is.
Yeah.
Because Marvel movies have pulled that trick before.
In the Doctor Strange, she's like, don't mess with that. That's an Infinity Stone.
And of course, I'm assuming that some people saw that coming, and they're just like, well, there's only one thing that could do that. And he's like, if they know they're Infinity Stones, if they know they're Marvel. But for me, at least, you kind of feel stupid afterwards. Because you're just like, oh, of course it's an Infinity Stone, duh. But it's that suspension of disbelief. I'm not sure if that's like quite the perfect application for that phrase. But he's like, it's the movie, Doctor Strange is a movie that had set up magic. So this Eye of Agamotto?
Probably. I think
That, that sets up the time manipulation thing. It fits. And then, of course, it makes sense that would come from an Infinity Stone. But while you were watching the movie, it wasn't entirely obvious to you.
Yeah.
So they could do that again. Or something like Loki's scepter being one of the stones. Now, obviously, you could, it gives you assumptions, the mind thing that he does, like, oh, that's a mind stone. Right.
Yeah.
But it's again, that suspension of disbelief, that kind of trickery, because, like, well, this is not the first staff that Loki's ever had, so maybe, and he's a magician.
Yeah.
He's a trickster, so that kind of mind thing is like, maybe that's just something he learned. Nope. So that kind of surprise, I think Marvel has gotten very good at that, to hide the Infinity Stones in plain sight.
Yeah.
And then reveal it. So who because in the final Marvel movie before we get to the phenomenon that will be Infinity War.
Yeah.
It makes sense to introduce it now in this film, and they can do it in a very clever way.
Yep. So, have you heard of the Thanos Theory for the Infinity Stones? Sorry, I'm burping.
Burping while is talking. I have not, no.
So, the Thanos Theory is each Infinity Stone is in a place that has...
We've already seen?
That spells out the word Thanos.
Ah.
So
you mentioned this.
I don't remember what T is, but A is Aether.
Yep.
N is necklace. O is orb. S is something.
Is T Tesseract?
T is Tesseract, I guess.
Oh.
And then look at the Thanos Theory real quick. But I was thinking, what if it isn't in... Because we see in the Infinity War trailer, he already has the stone. So maybe the H, because no one knows what the H is. Maybe the H is just hand, because he already has it in his hand.
Okay.
That could be it. I looked it up real quick, and I'm gonna...
It's the largest stone, is it not?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he might already have it on his hand. I don't know. Yeah, look at
Maybe. Yeah, they could take that route that he already has one of them.
Yeah.
But I think it would be more interesting to have it introduced like the other Infinity Stones.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do, what is it?
The Thanos Infinity Stone Theory.
Thanos Stone Theory. He's getting stoned, yeah.
I think that's
Okay.
it. So it says
Space, okay,
Space
yeah,
Stone is
Tesseract for T.
Aether is reality. Necklace is time. Orb is Power Stone. And its Scepter is Mind Stone.
Oh, yeah.
Scepter. And then H, we have no idea. We thought it was Hela, but that's not it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And, I thought for a brief moment the, what was it? What was it? The Eternal Flame may have been the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
But then I thought, well, if they put all the Infinity Stones on Asgard, maybe that's not a...
That'd be dumb.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to do... How about we do one last thing?
No.
How about we do one last thing before we end off with
Okay.
HR?
Well, is there anything else you want to say about Black Panther?
I would say,
Yeah.
before we close off this, we just give like a quick, 1 minute thing, synopsis, what we think the plot will be.
Okay.
Like how it will end and how it will begin. So I'm going to start.
Go.
So I think it's going to be a Black Panther, and then he's going to have to, go back to Wakanda and live up to his father's legacy, blah, 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 And then he's going to fight a bunch of terrorists, find the one guy that turns the Black Panther, and then any circus. They're going to chase him around Wakanda, they're going to leave and go to other places that are showing some of the trailers. And then they're going to go back, Martin Freeman's going to be like, what the heck were you doing? and then it'll end with a big fight, maybe with Man-Ape in there too, and eventually, I'm pretty sure the other Black Panther the guy will die. They'll see the Soul Stone in his helmet or something for age, and then
Okay.
and then they'll put it away somewhere, and then the end credits scene will have one of the end credits scene will have him talking to bearded Captain America in a corner or something.
Makes sense.
Ian, go.
He's drunk in a corner.
He's like, I don't have.
Well, actually, no. Sorry, excuse me. He can't get drunk, as we all remember from the first Captain America movie.
yeah.
He cannot get drunk.
Oh yeah.
So he will be in some corner of a room in Wakanda with 15 bottles of something around him, the finest Wakandan wine. But of course, he will not be drunk.
He's like, I can't get drunk.
That is my entire synopsis. I'm just kidding.
All right, Ian, go.
Okay. Well, from the thing I saw in that teaser trailer of him in the forest, killing those terrorists or hunters or bounty hunters or whatever have you, that'll be how the movie opens because he's in that in this Civil War Black Panther suit. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he comes back to Wakanda and is like, hey, I'm the king now. Yeah. He's on cleanup duty, for something or other.
Yeah.
There's the power struggle between him and
Killmonger,
and they have their probably will end up being a very brotherly type fight.
Tussle.
Tussle. They'll have a little tussle. They'll have a little Captain America Winter Soldier tussle. Mm-hmm. Not exactly, but and then there's the thing with Andy Serkis's character, which I'm wondering may be an opening to the movie as well, but then because they opened the trailer with that's not necessarily true. They have the tussle with Andy Serkis thing. I have no idea where to put Man-Ape because I don't know really anything about Man-Ape.
No one does.
Something with the Soul Stone. I understand that my synopsis is incredibly vague and
it's fine.
Is of no help to anyone. It's not specific at all. Post-credit scene with Captain America. Mm-hmm. Something to set up Avengers: Infinity War, and of course, as is the Marvel thing, they'll have the mid-credit scene as set up for the next movie, and post-credit scene.
Funny.
Yeah, the little more humorous side of things, but we'll see what they do with that.
All right, so
when Black Panther does come out, we probably will do an episode.
Yep,
on
probably.
Black Panther. Yeah, but this has been a little
prediction.
Yeah, a little prediction teaser kind of thing.
We'll probably listen to this episode before we start a new episode. At least hear our predictions, and then we'll comment how wrong we were.
I'm prepared to write a lot about how wrong I was.
All right, so are we ready to close out the mandatory meeting?
Yes.
All right. So
this meeting is adjourned.
So we don't have anything for HR. No one's commented in the last 2 weeks or emailed us.
Yeah.
You were all nerds. You hurt my feelings. And so I'm going to tell you, comment something that you liked to the episode or comment a question you have. Whatever. It could be like, why does R2-D2 beep or whatever. If you comment that, I'm going
Why did we decide to talk about Black Panther prediction for an episode? Please ask these questions.
Visit our Steam group. Visit our website. Visit our
all these links are in the video description.
Visit our Facebook page. And I did find out the one person that took our email on Twitter gave it back.
Like, did you contact this person about any?
Oh no!
Back,
like originally it wouldn't work because someone took it, but now it works.
Oh, so did you make a Twitter?
No, not yet.
Well, you better do it before this.
All right. Well, I guess since we have no HR, we'll end it here.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next week. And who knows? Maybe we'll have Cameron as a guest host.
Maybe.
And he will choose the topic, if at all possible.
Cameron.
If not...
Cameron. Be guest host.
Bueller. Yeah, we'll talk about Ferris Bueller.
If
not...
be Harold.
Yeah. If not, the pressure is on me to come up with a topic again, which I will probably tell you Thursday afternoon.
Under pressure. Pushing down on me. Pushing